Yeah, I want you at the podium. What exactly are you wearing?
I'm sorry.
Look like you have a swimsuit on to me.
No, it's not a swimsuit, and I did not know this was a court day. I just told the lady back there that I'm not dressed properly for court at all.
Really? Yes, you are not. I agree with that 100%. That's very insulting to me that you would come into my courtroom dressed like that.
Wow. Right off the bat, the judge is furious about how Monique showed up. And honestly, I get it. Court is not the place to roll in like you're hitting the beach. It sets the tone, respect matters here, and Monique already looks like she doesn't take it seriously.
This is case number 23-CR-40542, the State of Ohio versus Monique Smith. Ms. Smith, the court has received a report that alleges that you have violated the terms of your ILC. Officer, statement of the allegation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Smith has violated ILC condition number 1, and that on June 11th of 2025, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of OVI and 1 count of driving under suspension. This was in Middletown. And then on June 11th, the defendant pled guilty and was sentenced for another count of driving under suspension under a different case number, also in Middletown. On December 10th, 2024, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of driving under suspension, or under an OVI suspension under a case in Middletown. And on July 12th, 2024, the defendant pled guilty to and was sentenced for 1 count of driving under suspension. As well as ILC condition number 8, the defendant has failed to inform her probation officer of law enforcement contact after picking up a new OVI charge and another traffic offense on March 24th of 2025. Special condition number 16C, the defendant failed to complete drug or alcohol treatment as ordered on February 1st of 2024. Special condition 16D, the defendant has failed to complete mental health treatment as ordered on February 1st, 2024. Special condition 16E, to date, the defendant has failed to pay restitution in full as ordered on February 1st, 2024. And finally, special condition 16F, to date, the defendant has failed to obtain her GED as ordered on February 1st.
This part is brutal. We're not talking about one mistake. Monique has stacked violation after violation. Multiple driving suspensions, failed treatments, unpaid restitution, even skipping education requirements. At this point, it feels like the court gave her every chance, and she just threw them away.
I don't know what you expect. Looking at your record, this isn't your first contact with the court, but I'm not sure what you've expected or what you have done in other courtrooms, but this is very different. I'm going to hold you to what I ordered you to do.
Yes,
so
sir.
you owe significant amount in restitution.
It's $11,433.
You have been on ILC for over a year. You have not done anything, and you continue to break the law. The next time you appear before me, you better have a solid plan in place or you are going into custody. Do you understand me?
Yes.
You owe $11,000 to the victim in this case. You don't seem to care that I've ordered you to do things. You come to court very inappropriately, and I'm telling you right now, I don't know what your contact with the court has been in the past, but it's going to be different when you come in here to see me again. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Because the next time I see you, if you haven't done something, you are going into custody. Are we clear?
Yes.
This judge isn't playing. He lays it down. Pay $11,000 restitution, follow orders, or next time you're in custody. And honestly, I don't think Monique realizes how close she is to prison time. You can hear the frustration in the judge's voice.
This is case number 25-CR-42474, the State of Ohio versus Michaela Wells. Ms. Wells is before the court with her counsel, Mr. Niehaus, Ms. Tranter, on behalf of the State of Ohio. First off, Mr. Niehaus, with regard to your motion for intervention of conviction, the court is going to deny that motion. Ms. Tranter.
Your Honor, with the denial of that motion, it's my understanding that Ms. Wells is willing to change her plea to guilty this afternoon to a felony of the 5th-degree theft.
All right. Mr. Niehaus, is that accurate?
That is our understanding.
All right, Ms. Wells, you're telling me you're going to change your plea to the one count of the indictment. Before I get to your change of plea, I'm going to go over some things with you, okay?
Yes.
How old are you?
18.
How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
So you can read and write?
Yes.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes.
Has anyone promised you how the court would sentence you in this case?
No.
Is that this document says that you're entering a plea of guilty to one count of theft as a felony of the 5th degree. That carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in prison and a maximum fine of $1,000. The prison term is not mandatory. Do you understand the maximum penalty?
On or about October 28th, 2024, Warren County, State of Ohio, the defendant, Michaela Wells, did with purpose to deprive the owner of property, knowingly exerted control over that property without their consent. This was a theft from Ulta Cosmetics in Deerfield Township. The amount of the merchandise was valued at $2,483.
Mr. Niehaus, anything on those facts?
Waive and stipulate, Your Honor.
Ms. Wells, did you hear the statement that she read?
Yes.
Do you admit and acknowledge what she said is true?
Here's Michaela, only 18, already facing felony theft charges across multiple counties. Stealing almost $2,500 worth of cosmetics? That's not just shoplifting, that's a pattern. What's sad is she's barely an adult and already in the system this deep.
Convenience over the next several weeks. Now, just so that we're clear, you are 18 years old, you have theft charges pending in Butler County, Cuyahoga County, you're on probation in several counties for theft offenses. This is not a good start to your life, adult life I should say, is it? So either you stop stealing or you're going to spend the rest of your life in and out of jail. And I don't know how to get through to you. I appreciate the fact that you were here on time. In fact, you were here early today. I told you last time you needed to be more respectful with regard to that, and you responded. But then you're still testing positive for marijuana, which I told you were not allowed to use as a condition of your bond. Now, between the time between the time of now and the time that you come back for sentencing, there's a couple of things that I would recommend to you if you don't want to go to jail. Because quite frankly, I don't like people to come into my county and steal from other people. Have you ever had something stolen from you? It's not a very pleasant thing. Something that you own, that you've worked for, that you've earned, is taken from you by someone who did not earn it. That's very bothersome to me. So, there's several $1,000s in restitution that's owed. If I were you and I didn't want to go into custody, I would do everything I could to get that restitution paid in full before I came back, and I'd stop smoking marijuana because the judge told me I wasn't allowed to do it. That's just me. You can make your choices. You're now an adult, but when you make bad choices, you understand there are consequences. We clear?
The judge hits her with some real truth. He says it straight. Either stop stealing or spend your life in and out of jail. And he's right, at 18, this should be her wake-up call. But the marijuana violation shows she still doesn't get it. It's frustrating, but also sad. This is the point where her whole future hangs in the balance.
22CR39959, the State of Ohio versus Stephanie Hose. Ms. Hose before the court with her attorney, Mr. Swift. Ms. Tranter on behalf of the State of Ohio. Ms. Tranters.
Your Honor, it's my understanding Ms. Hose is going to be changing her plea this morning to count one of the indictment, felony of the forgery, felony of the 5th degree. State will ask for dismissal of count 2.
Mr. Swift, is that accurate? Ms. Hose, you're telling me you're going to change your plea to the one count of the indictment. Before I get you to change the plea, I am required to go over some things with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I am 33 years old.
How far did you go in school?
I got to the 9th grade.
Can you read and write?
Yes, sir.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone promised you how the court would sentence you in this case?
No, sir.
This document says you're entering a plea of guilty to one count of forgery as a felony of the 5th degree. That carries a maximum penalty of 12 months in prison and a maximum fine of $2,500. Do you understand the maximum penalty?
Your Honor, in addition to the facts alleged in the indictment, this offense occurred November the 17th of 2022, Warren County, State of Ohio. On that date, the defendant, Ms. Hosa, did attempt to make a withdrawal from the victim's Fifth Third bank account using a fraudulent withdrawal slip and a stolen identification card.
Mr. Swift, anything on those facts?
Nothing.
Ms. Hose, did you hear the statement that was read?
Yes, sir.
Do you admit and acknowledge what she said is true?
Yes, sir.
And again, you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering a plea of guilty, those rights we discussed?
Yes, sir.
What is your court will make a finding then that you've made a knowing, intelligent, and voluntary waiver of your constitutional rights that we've discussed. The court will accept your plea of guilty, and based upon the statement of facts in your plea, the court will make a finding of guilty. I'm going to order a pre-sentence investigation, Ms. Hose. We'll come back in a few weeks and do sentencing at that time.
Now Stephanie's case is different. She's 33, pleading guilty to forgery, but her personal struggles are heavy. She's battling HIV, fighting for custody of her baby, trying to get housing. You can almost feel her desperation as she pleads with the court.
Extenuating circumstances going on with her right now. I'll let her explain to the court why she didn't show up last April what her current situation is, and she also just had a 2-month-old child. Why you didn't show up first?
Okay, first, why I didn't show up. I lost my job. I lost everything. So I didn't have no means of transportation. So that was why I didn't show. That's why I wasn't able to show up. That has changed. I do receive Social Security. I receive $943 a month. I recently just received one of my checks. I get paid the 25th of every month.
Working in your housing.
Oh yes, I was.
Condition.
I was approved for housing. So right now I am supposed to be looking for housing, a 2-bedroom for my 2-month-old daughter. I am currently fighting for custody for her in Hamilton County in court. I was also last year before, I tested positive for HIV. I do have mental health issues, which I'm not receiving proper medication for because the jail does not give those medications. And also my vital loads have to be checked every month. I have doctors with Holmes and Oxford. And as I said, I do have means to show up to court. I will be at court. I can't afford bond, but I can afford to come to court. I can pay for transportation. I can do that, but I don't take permanent custody right now. I've been granted visitation 10:30 to 2:30 every Friday. I have my CPS worker's number. She let me know that if I were to get out today, then I can go see my daughter Friday. I haven't seen her in like 3 weeks because of other situations with the temporary foster family. But I promise you, sir, on my ancestors' eyes, that I will be here.
But the judge isn't moved. She skipped out for 16 months, and that's just too much. As heartbreaking as her situation is, the system runs on accountability. And in this moment, reality hits. She's going back to jail until sentencing.